Why Telemachus becomes King of Ithaca. The Odyssey ending explained. Warning: this video contains major spoilers for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. One of the biggest surprises in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey comes during the film's emotional final act. After spending 20 years fighting to return home, defeating the suitors, reclaiming his palace, and finally reuniting with Penelope and Telemachus, most audiences expect Odysseus to resume his role as the King of Ithaca. After all, that's what he fought for. That's what he sacrificed everything to achieve. But instead of reclaiming his throne for good, Odysseus makes a shocking decision. He chooses to pass the crown to his son, Telemachus. For many viewers, this unexpected ending raises an important question. Why would Odysseus give up the kingdom he spent 2 decades trying to get back? The answer reveals one of the deepest themes in Christopher Nolan's adaptation. Let's break it down. When we first meet Telemachus, he's nothing like the legendary hero his father is known to be. He's young. He's uncertain. He's never ruled a kingdom. And he has spent almost his entire life wondering whether his father is even alive. Without Odysseus, Ithaca has fallen into chaos. Powerful nobles, known as the suitors, have taken over the palace. They feast every day at the royal court, waste the kingdom's resources, and pressure Penelope to choose a new husband. To them, Odysseus is already dead. Telemachus desperately wants to stop them, but he lacks the confidence and experience to challenge men much older and stronger than himself. This is where Athena changes everything. Seeing the potential within the young prince, the goddess of wisdom begins guiding him. Rather than solving his problems for him, Athena teaches Telemachus how to think like a leader. She encourages him to leave Ithaca, search for answers about his father, and learn from the great kings who fought in the Trojan War. That journey transforms him. By the time Telemachus returns home, he is no longer the frightened young boy audiences met at the beginning of the story. He's wiser, more patient, more courageous. Most importantly, he has learned what it truly means to protect his people. Christopher Nolan presents this transformation as Telemachus' own hero's journey. While Odysseus battles monsters and survives impossible trials across the sea, Telemachus fights a different battle. He overcomes fear. He earns confidence. And he grows into the leader Ithaca has been waiting for. When Odysseus finally returns disguised as a beggar, father and son are reunited in one of the movie's most emotional scenes. But Odysseus doesn't immediately reveal himself to the entire kingdom. Instead, he works closely with Telemachus. Together, they carefully plan how to defeat the suitors. This partnership is important because it shows that Telemachus is no longer simply following orders. He's making decisions alongside his father. During the famous bow contest and the brutal battle that follows, Telemachus proves himself as a capable warrior and strategist. He doesn't hide behind Odysseus. He fights beside him. For the first time, Ithaca sees not just the return of its king, but the rise of its future king. Then comes Christopher Nolan's biggest departure from Homer's original story. Instead of reclaiming the throne permanently, Odysseus looks at everything he has lost over the past 20 years. He remembers Troy, the destruction caused by the Trojan horse, the countless soldiers who died because of war, the loyal crew members who never made it home, and the years stolen from his family. Although he has finally achieved his goal, he realizes something heartbreaking. The man who left Ithaca is gone forever. War has changed him. The journey has changed him. He can never become the same king he once was. That's why he reaches an extraordinary conclusion. Ithaca doesn't need a ruler haunted by the past. It needs someone who can build its future. That person is Telemachus. By giving his son the crown, Odysseus isn't abandoning his responsibilities. He's fulfilling them in the most selfless way possible. He's choosing what's best for the kingdom instead of what's best for himself. This decision also completes Telemachus' character arc. At the beginning of the movie, he searches for his father because he believes only Odysseus can save Ithaca. By the end, he realizes that the future of the kingdom depends on him. He's no longer waiting for someone else to lead. He has become the leader. It's a powerful coming-of-age story hidden inside a much larger epic adventure. Christopher Nolan also uses this ending to explore an important idea about leadership. A great king isn't someone who refuses to let go of power. A great king knows when it's time to pass that responsibility to the next generation. Odysseus understands that Telemachus has something he no longer possesses: hope. A future untouched by the mistakes of Troy. The chance to lead without carrying decades of guilt and regret. By stepping aside, Odysseus gives Ithaca an opportunity to heal. The kingdom can finally move forward instead of remaining trapped by the legacy of war. For Telemachus, becoming king is about far more than wearing a crown. It means protecting Penelope, restoring peace to Ithaca, rebuilding a kingdom that has suffered for 20 years, and proving that true leadership comes from wisdom, compassion, and courage, not simply strength. In many ways, Telemachus represents the future, while Odysseus represents the past. Their final exchange symbolizes one generation passing its knowledge to the next. It's not a moment of defeat, it's a moment of trust. Christopher Nolan transforms what could have been a simple happy ending into a deeply emotional reflection on legacy. Sometimes the greatest victory isn't reclaiming power. Sometimes it's knowing the right person to inherit it. That is why Telemachus becomes the king of Ithaca, not because Odysseus failed, but because Odysseus finally realized that the greatest gift a father can give his son isn't a kingdom, it's the belief that he's ready to lead it. So, what do you think about Christopher Nolan's ending? Did you like the decision to have Telemachus become the new king of Ithaca? Or would you have preferred Odysseus to remain on the throne like in Homer's original epic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more The Odyssey Ending Explained videos, Greek mythology breakdowns, hidden details, and Christopher Nolan analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.